Okay. Need to resize you slightly. Good enough. Alright, so let's just grab these. And so this was actually done a couple of hours ago, but clonk. I'm using feathers. Well, I guess that's fine. You're leveling up. Things are growing. Nice. Anyway, so this basically took 24 hours. I was actually finished with the challenge 2 hours ago. Surprised me by it being a little sooner than I expected. And now we are just gonna take on. Might as well knock out this fella over here. I just set space dim on that path, so it's going to probably be another, I don't know, 5 minutes plus 15 for that. Anyway, the important thing was 24 hours. That's what it took. It's ridiculous. But that's nothing compared to what we're going to have to do next. We have to go to 500. I'm sorry, 50, but 550. The 50 is the hard one. I was looking at 625 weather, and it's gonna get exponentially harder. This is gonna really be brutal this time. Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna equip this. I'm just gonna do all of these, in fact. Alright, I'm gonna go over here and be like, you know what, let's open some lucky draw. Ooh, there you go, 5 free hours of Divinity. Actually, that's more or less just the thing I wanted, so I guess I'm satisfied. I don't need to pull any more. Might as well. Boop, 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 boop. Because monuments are good for the multiplier. Alright. Yeah, no, this is good. This is nice. This is fine. Busy working away. We're running out of things to plus up over here. In the craft speed boost territory. I'm actually thinking of upgrading all my magic sticks to plus 11. I might even reforge all of the B's and A's. I'm pretty sure I want to do that, actually. And then, yeah, we need to plus them up. We need to push them higher. I also want to reforge anything that I can potentially have the Anteater forge up into a higher tier of equipment. I need more blacksmiths. I heard a rumor that we're going to get another pet that's a blacksmith soon. Although, considering how hard it's been to evolve things that have been coming out lately, that might not help me much at the moment. But that's okay, because on the next challenge, we're going to evolve the cloud. And wish that I could evolve the book. I'm actually very close. See, this guy can do... I can do some blacksmithing with this. I can take the book and treat it like a hammer. It's fire element. It'll be fine. So 50,000 growth is necessary. And at present... we're right on the cusp of that. Once they cross 50,000 across the board, all I have to do is throw the book in there, and we're done. We're set. You know, if I wait another hour, I can get another feeding in, but I'm not going to wait another hour. Unless I hit the second V4 really hard, then I might decide to leave it running. I don't know. I'll have to think about this. Anyway, let's just, oh, hell. I'm gonna open another pile of these. I'm still working my way through this giant heap. I have 400 more. You know, I have 700,000 pet stones, and I don't know what to do with them all. I have so many. What are they for? What do I do with you? Pet tokens are not very good to just throw around. I can have all the class change tokens I want, but I don't want any of those. I could, brew all the elixirs I could ever drink. Okay, I could probably use them all up in a couple ill-advised runs to depth 3. I could have phoenix feathers. I could just invest in lucky talismans and thereby sort of purchase tier 3 materials. Kind of. Sort of. I mean, it's a thing I could do. It's, you know, I could just give everyone wise talismans. Everyone! I don't know. Honestly, it feels like that's a stupid waste of resources, but at the same time, when the resource is effectively useless at this time, it's like, well, is it really wasting it? What if later on something new is introduced that's really good and I want piles of pet stones? Well, it's not like I'm not going to find more of the things. I guess I should just... I mean, it's not even that large a percentage of my current holdings. Oh. Ah. I'm gonna give everyone wise talismans, I guess. Alright. 13.5% power, apparently. Let's see what happens. Holy shit, we won. I didn't even lose any clones. "38 turns. I wonder if there's a limit to how long the fight can go. Our healing was equal to the damage they were dealing. You know, if my pet supporters can heal shadow clones, can I use that in other circumstances? Oh shit, I'm just gonna do it again. I doubt that we're gonna win again, but I mean, let's look at the stats for a second here. Oh dear, they're fairly complicated. Shield versus magic, that will go down pretty quickly. The bigger question is their attack versus my defense. Oh, looks like they'll be whacking me for 126 or so thereabouts each turn. I'm ignoring everything beyond the decimal point. Oh, but then I've got the damage reduction, and I've got my healing power. My attack versus their defense doesn't match up too favorably, though. I don't think we'll be killing this thing. I don't see it. I don't even know how much damage we can actually do. Huh. Well, I can wait 14 more minutes. Sure, why not? It's just a shame all my shadow clones are tied up, so they can't do anything during this time. Alright. If it takes out a third of its health, then, I guess I'll stick with it. Oh, no! Nothing! From taking them out in one go, not even being able to be damaged, the next one comes up, can't even hurt him. Can't even hurt him. balance of this whole thing is a little bit wacky, I'm saying. Just saying. So, what happened? 2 hits! From not even being able to hurt me at all, healing all the damage that they dealt back every turn, to just... Thunk, thunk, you're done. Holy crap! Really? I think what this tells me is that I don't have enough hit points for this. I need more shadow clones. Yeah. I didn't actually try to run the calculation with the 23%. I'm honestly not sure if the damage reduction comes into play before or after the defense. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. How much... Well, let's see. Let's see if we can figure this out a little bit. So he kills 23... This is a question. I wonder, how many hit points... Okay, each... Okay, no, each shadow clone is 1 hit point. So the shadow clones themselves have no hit points. They're just each 1 hit point. Okay. Like Naruto. The 1 hit, they're gone. Alright, then. So... Yeah. So he wiped out nearly the entirety of my shadow clones with his first strike. I actually have a pretty good healing rate, but not that good. Huh. Okay, we're done here. We recover them so fast, but from what I just saw there, I feel like these are going to be less long, drawn-out battles and more either you're good enough to win or you aren't kind of things. Maybe. I don't know. We shall see. Anyway, donk donk. Do this. I guess I have some galaxies I could spend. Do I even care? I don't really care. I'm going to convert them into universes and burn them that way. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do with them. And then we're just going to start the next challenge. This is going to be brutal, but this is the big one. This is a 10% boost to my build speed. And that'll help with these, that'll help with everything, honestly. That's, I mean, it's not huge, but, I mean, it is kind of a big deal. It's not the biggest, it's, is it the biggest single reward from a single challenge, actually? Excluding the days, of course, because those are a whole different scale. I don't think any single challenge gave me a reward equivalent to 10% build speed. Or a 10% increase to have quickly build monuments. Yeah. This is the single most valuable challenge I've seen. Of course, I don't know what the black hole would give me, and I'm not going to find out today. Even if I wanted to, it would take me a long time. Anyway, I figure, God, this could take a week. I don't even know. I should have probably stopped at 50 to see what the price and weather would be so I could estimate better. I'm reluctant to do this challenge when I'm unsure how long it would take. But on the other hand, I need 3.5 days to get the Cumulus Cloud evolved. So, 1 billion stats on the ape in a 12-hour campaign, in each campaign. Well, let's see. 1 billion on your stats. That doesn't seem too hard. It doesn't seem hard at all, honestly. I could do that in my sleep. Alright, so be it. That's where we're going with this. Alright. Unleash the might! Buy more bacon. Bacon, good. Lots of bacon. Lots and lots of bacon. Okay. So... yeah, okay, let's do this. Right. Well, I'm gonna go to bed, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do... I guess I'm gonna burn up a whole bunch of these, because it more than doubles your speed. It has a greater effect. If that's not readily obvious, I'll explain it in a second. I know I'm gonna have to use multiple days worth, but it's worth it. If ever there was a time to use it, it's now. So basically, well, it's easier if I illustrate. Did I? Okay, here. Get on that. Okay, give me these. These guys can get back to quantum genesis. Okay, good. So, what I'm talking about, like, oh, of course, it's doing it like that. But you can see, like, it tried to make 60. It spent the resources required to make 60 towns, but it didn't make 60 towns, did it? It made 360 towns. Sixfold the amount put in. And a lot of that has to do with how high my creating speed is. If I hadn't had it doubled, I wouldn't have made 6 times as many. I'd have made, I don't know, less, alright? I don't know exactly how these equations work. But let's just say 3 times as much for the sake of argument. Well, you still spent the same amount of resources to make it. So the fact that I got 6x instead of 3x for the same resource input is an enormously big deal. So, this is a critical thing here, because this will double or something. Again, I'm not exactly clear how the numbers work, but for the sake of argument, let's say it doubles the output of oceans. That's a big deal. That actually has a huge knock-on effect when you're getting down to weather. I only wish I could get double production out of the weather. Man, that would be nice. But I can't. And it makes me seriously consider, what if I just spent... Sure, why not? It couldn't hurt. It's not like I need the GP for anything. This could not possibly hurt me doing this. So, you know, who knows? Maybe it'll cross some threshold and one of these will suddenly be doubled on its output. Probably not. But you never know. Actually, I should get it past this 199%. This is going to be an unsightly number. There. Getting it past 200. If that 200,000% might be a threshold. I don't know. But if it is, that could save an enormous amount of time. Unfortunately, as much as if I could produce twice as many oceans, that would be huge. But actually, air is the thing that slows me down the most. I spend most of my time building air. Still, you know, if the air gets you know, it should make things a little bit faster. I boost the base percent from GP by 13%. I mean, you know, you have to add the crystal power, of course, before you get the multiplier stacked onto it, so it's, you know, whatever. It's more than 5% that I just did as a boost. It might help. It's good. Anyway, so, of course, this thing is slowly going to build up as well. And, you know, it helps. Every little bit helps. I don't know how long this is going to take. Maybe a week. Who knows? But the ape is going to go on a grand tour through everything. So that's cool. I guess I'm going to take the... I guess... Maybe I'll give the book a turn in place of the And while the ape is out, the book can get some of its growth in. Actually, its total growth is really high, actually. So maybe not. I don't know. Somebody will get to spend some time in the growth chamber up here. Someone. Oh yeah, I flipped a few things around a little bit. I'm trying to get different pets to gain experience. So for now, it's the whale. I could swap out one of the new... I actually... Specifically, the chameleon can take the place of really anybody it wants. So I could boot out one of these. It could count as neutral to solve one of the things. It's a mage and fire, so it could take the place of Fafnir, although it wouldn't do a good job, but I'd have to lower the difficulty. But anyway, for now I'm doing the whale. I just want to give more pets experience points. Give them some training. I'd like to fit as many of them as I could in here and give them turns. If I put the chameleon in place of the dragon, I would then be able to swap out one of these two. Maybe swap the assassin or something. I don't know. I just want to spread around because, you know, this place is really good XP. Especially since I threw these wise talismans in. You can see everyone's got wise talismans now. But yeah, no, I want really good XP on more pets, so... Because, you know, XP is good and all that. How are we? Oh, the black hole's up to 27% now. Yay! Alright, well, it was just gonna be like... You're all gonna get 12-hour runs. Shit. I just realized what time it is and how this adds up and that it's... I'm 2 hours past my bedtime. This is an incredibly stupid... No, this won't work at all. I'm not going to do it like this. I'm going to do it like... Well, the ape is going to start getting his 12-hour runs, later. I'm only going to get 6 hours of sleep tonight. What is wrong with me? Fine, whatever. Fine. Anyway, Okay. Not the best first use of wise talismans, but whatever. Like I had said before, it's not that expensive. Alright. And now we're gonna need those and those, and I don't know why I even clicked that. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go to bed right now. In fact, well, actually, I'm gonna take care of a couple more things, so. I'm gonna end up distributing them through this and then just falling in bed. Oh, very important. Gather that energy. Very important. Right then. Ooh, would it be worth it to build... I should build the yellow crystal, the piss crystal, the creation crystal. I should push that as far as I can. Get this creation count up even further. Might as well, right? So I may have discovered the ultimate trick for defeating the NDMCs, if it works. So, 300% speed. If that increases the amount that I get out of the weather here, if this works, having a higher creation speed increases the amount of, you know, we've talked about this before. You know how it works. But if it works on weather, if this specifically works, oh. So, as you can see, because I have because my yellow crystal is so amazing. Yeah, I need 601. Not gonna quite make it in 2 minutes, so we're going to lower this. So normally I'd get about 2x. Let's see. Yes, it does! Holy shit, that makes this challenge way easier. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. And it just got the same thing on continents, tripled. Why didn't I think of this days ago? Oh my gosh, this is so blindingly obvious, but I wasn't sure if it was actually going to work or if it had been specifically coded not to, because it's so good. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So. I'm going to take all of that. I'm going to put that here. It's still going to be a bit much, but oh. This shaves potentially days off this challenge. Holy crap, how much do you need? 1,300 apiece now. But that's okay. This enormous boost here is ridiculous. Wait till the last second it triggered. So what I'm going to do is, I just need to go offline for a few minutes each time I'm ready to make weather. You know, it's a little bit more active, but I can do this. That was ridiculous. Because normally I only get 2x on the weather. Going up like that. Crazy. It affects the oceans, the continents, but that doesn't really matter because the real thing that takes forever is the air. It really is mostly about making air. Of course, this will apply someday when we try to make the black hole. But that's a problem for another day, another month, another year. I have no idea when I'm going to attempt that. Not right now. Okay, yeah. So, many hours from now, I need to catch when I'm getting close and do that. Oh, amazing. Amazing. So we're at 37 out of 50 now. Yeah, we got a ways to go. I actually found myself regretting that I hadn't climbed a little bit higher first. If I could get a crystal power here, I could help myself a little bit more. As you can see, I played around a little bit with this, but mostly it's sat on creating speed. Why are there 23 clones here? That's weird. Well, fine. It's not like I can use this thing right now, but if I complete this challenge before I'm finished getting the ape through all the stuff, then I will make use of it. So, yeah, if I could just beat 2 more of you. If I could just beat 1 more of you, I could unlock it. Well, that's a tall order. I suppose I could take a little break from making weather and use the awesome might of my crystal factory. That would help, but that wouldn't do it by itself. Still, just getting a 11 and 11 would be good. You know, would be pretty good. How do I beat 1 P-ball? These aren't likely to help much. I could build more of this, but it's worth such a time. This is 1%. But I could dedicate some time to it. This was basically just me throwing some garbage at it. I didn't seriously work on it. Or, thing is, I don't want to waste time, and then I want to gain time by getting at the next thing, not waste time. Well. Anyway, I hope that helps all you immensely. That triple speed thing would have helped through all of these. Oh, why didn't I think of it sooner? Ugh. Okay, so here we are. I went ahead and I made the crystals, and we're going to see how close we are. Thoop. Okay. Now you can just go back to making whatever. Alright. Power! 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 That's a pretty big jump in my strength right there. That's a lot. Of course, I didn't need battle or god, because I don't need those modules. Those crystals. No, we just need this. So... Boop. Boop. How close are we? Ooh. Oh! 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 We got it. Wow. I only needed it to be 1/10 the power level. What does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 900! And that's good enough, apparently. Alright then. Cool. And got it. Okay. And with that, so that was worthwhile. Okay, so. Focusing amplifier. I've never leveled this one before. Ooh, 0.25 is pretty low, but okay. So here we have 5053. 5053, right? Look at it. Look at it go. One more way I could increase my creating speed, even if it's only by a little bit. Still, every little bit helps. So, and I mean, it also like increases me in a bunch of other ways that aren't really particularly relevant for our purposes. The important thing is another way I could increase my creating speed. I kind of wish I'd climbed a little bit higher so I could have gotten at this sooner, but you know what? This is fine. This is fine, because this has gotten insanely slow to level up. Like, insanely slow. For comparison, you can see that these take about 10 seconds a time right now, and this is like... yeah. Yeah, this is about, what, 60 times faster or something? It's a big deal. More than that. Anyway, whatever. You can see how big a difference it is. Man. Yes. This is actually might be the best of all the things you can level up. Might be the focusing amplifier. Because, I mean, you could make an argument for controlled entropy if you were just climbing. You could definitely make the argument, and I think that the increased GP is pretty good. Since I'm doing a long run, these make a lot of sense. But this one, just on a whole, it ends up increasing your creating, your building, and your raw just power. So, even if it's by a tiny amount, relatively speaking, it's still pretty good. I think I need a lot more light clones to really work this thing. I look forward to the day when I can just have a couple of thousand in all of these and be far enough along that I can have all of them. So let's see. After that, honestly, this one I don't know what to make of. This one seems like it's misplaced terribly. Because, I mean, you have to have knocked down 60 P-balls before you can get access to the thing that makes knocking down P-balls better. Okay, so you defeat 60 of them, then you put your light clones on this for a while to build this up before you carry on beating the rest. It makes you want to pause in the middle and wait before continuing. I don't know, I think this would have made a lot more sense as the first one, but, you know. It would also help you farm light clones better, which would be really nice. And then the might leveling speed is all the way over here. So, I mean, if you want to be using that, then you'd want to go 5 deeper. But then the pet feeding, within 12 hours of a run, you gotta have built this one up if you're gonna be really using it. I don't know. I mean, maybe there should be something that lets you rearrange these to your taste or something. I don't know. The way the unlocking thing works feels kinda... I don't know. I disagree with the organization of these abilities, and mine is naturally the only opinion that really matters in this world. So, anyway... So up here, we've got a 12.23% boost, and down here, we've already got 0.5%. Eee, 0.5%! Oh, so much power! But then that gets doubled here, and then we've now discovered how to triple it again. So, by the time you add it all up, yeah. Not to mention the pet create speed equipment. Since I stopped improving it and it's all equipped, we can see it total to 23%. Like, I'm stacking every single thing, and they add up. When you stack every possible thing you can get your hands on, it, you know, all multiplying each other, it makes a big deal. It makes a big difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it creating water for a while, but I'm going to set it to create air for a while, and probably tomorrow I'm going to come in with everything set up to make the nations, oceans, continents, and so on, and weather. And I'm going to see... Oh yeah, also the ultimate crystal gave me another little boost over here. My creation count is up another 10 points. Ah! So... every little factor that stacks and makes me a little bit stronger at this. Anything that speeds it up. So anyway, we'll triple the speed again and hit weather again, and who knows how much we'll gain. Who knows how far that'll bring us. Claims that you're like all the crystals together. They're like all 4 crystals above together. No, you're not. You only gave me 10 CCs. This thing gave me 380 of them. Anyway. Every little bit helps. I was actually been considering repeatedly, what if I put the creation crystal up one more step, but it just doesn't seem like it's worth doing. But maybe I'm completely mistaken. Maybe I should have done that from the start. Alright, so I've bought myself a little bit of triple time. I've got everything set up. This should be awesome. There it goes. Hit it! 30,000. Okay, alright. How much will that be? Let's find out. I ended up just deciding to just split things over all of this because... I don't know. Just because. Is this good enough? Is this good enough? 30,000. I think it is. I think this might be. Yes, this is definitely good enough. Actually, that was excessive. I have 6,000 left. Okay, I know, it's basically perfect. Wow. I guess I was decent at estimating. Alright. That's it. That's it. 2 days, 10 hours. We have completed the last one. I mean, there's still an extra one, but we're not thinking about that just now. I heard it was 100 times more difficult, approximately. So, you know, ballpark figure. But we are now 10% faster at building monuments, and we're still going to be doing this for another couple of days while the gorilla finishes so I can evolve the cloud, which is fine. For reference... Ha ha ha. Oh, right. I don't need you guys anymore. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to put you to work on the dimensional beamer. I'm just going to kind of do this because, I mean, why not? Sure, I'll just put it on everything. And I'll double up this one. But really, we want the dimensional beamer most of all. Actually, I'll put a whole bunch on this one. There we go. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. You know what? We're good. We don't need any more levels on any of you. We'll just grab this one so it's a nice even 1200. Okay. There. Oh my gosh. You know what? Let's start with this. I'll just kind of be like, here you go, have stuff. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Do I even need to continue power surging? I don't think so. Oh, 13's across the board, and they're active now. Did I say 13's? Let's bring that up a little more. Not that I, honestly, I mean, you know, I could have a battle module and stuff, but these are actually pretty decent-sized crystals that I made. We're gonna do all, yeah, oh, right, of course, and I forgot something. There we go, very important that. Now we're at 115. Eh. I can accept that number. I can leave that alone. I'll probably add 35,000 more later to make it a 150, and that would be half of what the build speed is. And you know what? That's actually pretty cool. I think I like it like that. That's probably what we'll go with. Alright. Alright, that's enough of that. Oh, time till empty. 18 days! Yeah, let's do this. Kappa Max. Look, I've tripled my speed. What do I want to do? So many of my clones tied up in this. So I've been thinking about where to go from here. And, trying to decide exactly how we want to do things. I still want to do the 1K black hole challenges next. I just got 10% better at them. I've got lots of... Oh, right. We just gained a crap ton of challenge points. So, man, easier rebirths are expensive. Boop. Yes. 3 times, please. I do want this one still. I missed that brief period all that time ago when I had the keep more TBS levels. I want that. The auto refill would be so convenient. Why are all the quality of life things locked and are expensive? Anyway. Don't need this one. Don't technically need this one or this one. This one is worthless at this point. So when I can finish the key increased divinity gain, I have to choose either between to keep gem levels, which is valuable, increase planet power, or keep more TBS levels. I want this. But you know what? It's going to be a while before I finish the Divinity boosting anyway. So, yeah. I think I want to do this next. I've been thinking about this thing. I've been thinking about day challenges. I really think I just need to bite the bullet and eat all the clone build-up challenges and unlock this and do these. But the UBC is by far the most valuable single challenge to me right now. It's just that they take a long time to do. But they're enormously valuable. The payout is huge. If I could get all of these knocked out, I would be able to reach much higher heights and therefore gain light clones way faster. Which, I mean, it helps with a few things, but also being able to reach deeper and get into more of these. I'm looking at some of these that are further down the chart. Creation count. If I ever do want to do that final build a black hole with no divinity thing, percentage-based increase to creation count sounds pretty good, even though I can't see the numbers on it right now. If I was, well, with more light clones, presumably, but, you know, even if I could just get 10%, I mean, that would be huge. Equipped crystals is something of a question, because it says it increases the stats that you gain. Does that include increasing the creation count? Because if it does, that would be well worth having too. Problem is, this is like, what, P-ball 90? This is ridiculous how far I'd have to be able to get. And let's not forget, that would be knocking that out during a no divinity challenge. By the way, if I had to beat one more P-ball, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Being able to unlock the, what have I done? Being able to unlock the crystal power one, I did it only just barely. And I'm so glad I did, because it helped. It really did. I'd still be in this challenge right now for at least a little bit longer if I hadn't. Alright. So, we build up our divinity. We build up our crystals. We're gonna go and we're gonna make a bunch of stuff in a moment. Ha! Got stuck. Yeah, I figured you would. It's fine. It's just fine. I think I'm... You know, I could open a crap ton of these, but why? I would be better served to just sit, because we're going to be here for a couple of days anyway. I can put this fella on Divinity runs. There's no reason to even worry about anything. It would be a total waste to open these right now. There's absolutely no good reason to do it at all. It's a waste of the divinity gains and, you know, everything else. I mean, why would I decide to rip open a big pile of these? Other than the sheer joy of tearing into them and seeing all the cool stuff I get. Honestly, I really wish I could trade and get, like, super lucky draws that pulled from a more interesting pool than this. Like, trade 100 of them to get one super lucky draw, and then the super lucky draw, like would just be really cool stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy for even suggesting such a ridiculous thing. But, you know, it's a thought. How are we looking on Divinity now? Well, I would like you to make universes. Oh my gosh, where'd all this GP suddenly come from, I wonder? Look at it go. Ah, got another one down. Now all that remains is the Fakeaverse. Nice. Very, very nice. You know, I'm probably just going to leave this running for a protracted period of time. Meanwhile, boop boop. Boop boop. Hey, you can have one of these too. Yay! You're next on the chopping block. Even now, the beamer is warming up. Your doom is soon. Or later. There's no rush. I could wait until the very end when the cloud is evolving to just tear through all 5 of them, maybe? Maybe not. Probably not. But you never know. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just leave it running like this for a period. If I stay up another 5 minutes, I can get a really nice ultimate crystal and a G crystal too. How about that? How about that? Meh. Oh, you don't need anything. I'll give you one anyway. Ooh, slow. And I guess you can have a little bit of upgrades, alright? A little bit won't hurt any. It's gonna take a while for this to build up, but... Wait, why do I even care if I'm not gonna actually physically fight these? I don't actually care what my hit points are. I don't even have to worry about this gauge when I'm not fighting V2 UBs. Ah! Neat. This is still responsible for most of my strength. Which makes sense, of course. But, 2% now? I just can't seem to do it, huh? I'm just gonna do this. Power. Okay. And now, with this... Wait, did I say ultimate? I meant battle crystal. Whatever, anyway. Same time frame. I don't even have to unleash my might. And my unleashed might is the most ridiculous it's possibly ever been. Look at this. 100,000 boosting my attack. Wait a second. Isn't there a pet that demands a certain level of an unleashed power of 50 million%? Now, what do you mean by an unleashed power of 50 million%? In what way? See, I have 100,000% to my attack, which isn't anywhere near 50 million. My mystic is 120,000. Do I multiply those by each other? Do I add them together? How do you figure 50 million%? How exactly do you figure that it's... How do you mean? 2 billion suns does sound like a lot. This might be... I'm not quite sure how hard this is going to be to make, but this might be a very difficult thing to do. And, I mean, its growth is so close. Good grief. its growth is so close to being able to evolve. Unfortunately, I won't be doing it this run because to grow it, first I'd have to make all of these guys large enough to grow it, and then I'd have to throw it in, and that would take, you know, like 10 days. Plus the ape is goofing off right now. And I'm leveling a bee at the moment. I just did the Pegasus to get it over 40,000. Since I found 40,000 is a threshold that increases their crafting XP. So I'm doing the bee right now. So the bee will gain more XP. Then I'll want to do the hermit crab at some point, but he's a little further behind. He'll take some effort to get up into that threshold. Boy. But you are going to be difficult, aren't you? Do I have anything that could even... Oh well. We'll deal with that when it comes. Power. I'm so tempted to just start building the upgrades as fast as possible. But no, we'll do that later. Later.